Hello and welcome to another episode of Wannabe Entrepreneur. Today I am in Kiel, which is, I guess, one of the northest cities in Germany, almost close to Denmark. And we are here to visit the city for also some other personal reasons that I don't feel comfortable sharing in this podcast. Now everyone is thinking, what the fuck is? Well, you'll never know. Unless you become a member of Wannabe Entrepreneur, which is only €4 per month, and you get access to prime content and to the Slack channel with a lot of people that I interviewed. Is amazing, eh? And today the episode is about Changeit. It's been a long time that I haven't spoken about Changeit, and it was kind of driving me crazy because I kind of didn't have anything cool to say. But now I do. So first things first, I just released a new version of Changeit, and I'm super excited about this release because it features a lot of cool stuff. The first is a new logo, and this logo was created by the designer João Amaro. I've already talked a lot about him, and in the beginning I was not super sure about this new logo, because when you look at it, it definitely looks much more professional than the other one. And also, to be honest, the other one was made in Google Slides. But you cannot immediately look at the logo and see and connect with climate change. So, I don't know, I was a bit doubtful if that would be a good thing, because, people now are coming to Changeit through the Play Store. And the fact that they would see the logo and immediately see a planet, they would connect with the climate change. So what I did was to collect feedback. I have the Changeit Discord channel that, by the way, has been growing. So I think we are already 30 people there. So in the past week, there was like 3 or 4 newcomers. And it's a great place for me to get some feedback. So I basically pasted the 2 logos and I asked, okay, which one do you prefer? And in the beginning, people were actually more inclined to the first version, but then in the end, the second version won. And it looks so much more professional. And if you actually have the app on Android, it's still not released on iOS, but on Android you can already see the new logo. And I will also link it in the description so that you can go to the Play Store and see. It's super cool, and a new logo, a new brand immediately brings another motivation for users to use it. And our goal is to make Changeit cool, to make sustainability cool and accessible to the masses. And I really believe that this logo basically shows that. It shows that it's cool, and that's also what we are trying to do with the design of the app, to use more cool and mainstream colors. So I'm super excited about that. And the next features that I released were the app settings that I got a lot of requests for this. So now users can decide between metric and imperial units, and this is great for the US, which is it's the second biggest market of Changeit. So now people can do that. So that's also super nice. And besides that, we can also now control the notifications. So you can define how often you want notifications per week, and what time fits you best. So I really think that this will reduce the uninstall rate, because I guess that people were just tired of getting notifications every day, and now you can control that. So those are the new features, and super excited. They are now live on Android, and they will be soon on iOS. Besides that, I have also an interesting story to tell about Changeit, because I was having a problem with my database. I use, as I told you before, Firebase, which is a Google service, and Firebase has a free tier, which means that up to a certain limit, I can use it for free. And I'm way below the limits in everything but the downloads. So I'm doing a lot of downloads, and the more users I get, the more downloads I'm doing to the database, and I was getting very close to the limit, and these months I actually overcame the limit. So I had to activate the paid tier, which is very scary, because even though there's some notifications and alerts that tell me if I'm spending too much, so you can define a budget. So I don't want to spend more, let's say, than €50 per month. And if you are getting close to that tier, they will notify you, but they won't stop it. So if during the night someone attacks my app or whatever, I can wake up with a huge bill. So that really makes me nervous. But I didn't understand why was I making so many downloads, because the content that I have in the database that I'm not downloading in the app was not that much. So maybe there was a bug or something. So first thing I did was opening my debug tools, which took me a while to set up properly. I didn't know how to use it, so I used for the nerds and developers out there. I used the React debugger developing tools, React debugging tools. Whoa, no, I don't know the name. Something like this. I will link it in the description, anyways. And it's a great. You can basically connect that with your emulator, and then you can inspect the app, and you can see the network, and you can see the downloads. And I said, great. Now I can identify where I am downloading so many things. And I was checking, and I said, okay, only I think 10 gigabytes. And I was like, what? But how is that possible? That means that I would need, I guess, a lot of people, like, I don't know, 12,000 people per month, or no, sorry, per day, to reach the limit that the graphs are saying. But the graphs were saying that I was actually using about 300 megs, or downloading 300 megs per day. I was thinking, okay, this is not possible. And then today I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about it for a couple of days with Twitter and the podcast and in between. So I was, of course, not fully focused. But then today I thought, okay, I also have the notification script running every hour. And today I was here also with my buddy Abhishek, and he's also a developer. And I asked him to go with me through the script, and we immediately identified that every hour we were downloading the full database twice, and the database has 13 megabytes. So we quickly identified why we were getting these 300 megabytes per day, which is super cool, because now I was able already to fix it, and hopefully now I can go back to the free tier, and I can sleep at night knowing that the next day I won't wake up broke. So yeah, a lot of interesting, cool stuff with Changeit. And I'm also excited for new features. I have a lot of ideas with gamification. But in the meantime, please go and check the logo. I really hope that you like it. I'm super excited about it. So it's a good day. It's a good Friday. And it was another Wannabe Entrepreneur. See you tomorrow.